Yes, people, religion. Religion is a funny thing. Some people pray for bad things to happen to people. And some people pray for good that happens to people. They say that Jesus was nailed to the cross. But as a child growing up, our household was always we always had a white Jesus in our house. Always had a white Jesus. Never understood why until you get older. Jesus get nailed to the cross. And as I grow older and I see how black people get mistreated, and I always look back to that. That picture of the white Jesus. And I said to myself, with all the mistreatment that black people get with racism and slavery and stuff like that, there's no way they nailed a white man to the cross. It has to be a black man they nailed to a cross, because only a black man get all them kind of unpleasant treatment. To this day, we get unpleasant treatment. So the white man could never be nailed to the cross. It has to be a black man. We went through slavery, and even now with the racism, we get mistreated around the world. Look at Iran. There's blacks in Iran. There's blacks in Israel. And they get mistreated a lot. In the Indian culture, if the skin is darker than the other natives, they get mistreated because they're considered black. They're not considered light skin or white, as you would say. The lighter you are, the better treatment you get. The darker you are, the worse treatment you get. These people believe in God. These are people who praise God each and every day. These are people who wake up hours early, go down on their knee, on their carpet, bow down, pray. But yet, they mistreat human beings. In Europe, any part of the world, black people get mistreated. We don't get treated with no type of respect. No type of respect. Look at a couple years ago how we found out how China mistreat black people in China. It's just terrible how we get so mistreated. Different from other cultures. They use us for our fame. They use us for entertainment. They use us like guinea pigs. The black man. The Christians in the black community is not about religion. It was about survival, going through oppression. Faith became a source of hope and resistance. Many Africans was forced to convert to Christianity. And slave owners used the Bible. They used the Bible to justify why they have to enslave black people by twisting certain words to make slavery seem acceptable. For slaves to submit to the Bible. Imagine that. They twisted up the words in the Bible for the slaves to submit to it and believe in it. The late great William Lynch says, he said, let these slaves kill one another. Why should we kill them physically? We can use psychology for the next hundreds of years and make them kill one another. And it worked, because that's what we're doing to this day. Black people, we really need to break this cycle. This cycle has been going on for generations now. We cannot pass this on to the next generation. We got to break this cycle, people. We got to try and bond. We got to try and work together. Instead of divided. We've been divided and conquering each other for too much years. Look how much killings and shootings and things that we do to one another. We scam one another. We fraud one another. Instead of build with each other like the Indian and the Chinese. Our culture is the weakest link in the world. We need to unite. We need to unite more than we are divided. We need to stop stereotyping one another like we do in the clubs. Watching and chatting each other from a distance. Who look good from who don't look good. We need to change these conditions and improve. And stop with the negativity and tearing each other down. We don't always have to disagree with aggression. And we do that a lot. We always disagree with aggression. We can't be like normal people and have a disagreement without shooting one another or stabbing one another. We can't just talk it out. Simple little things we want to kill each other for. And that's the Willie Lynch mindset. We need to support each other's business rather than tearing it down. The only communities we have as business is church, barbershop, and salons. That's all we have is church, barbershop, and salon. That's the only businesses black people have. We need to focus on correction and not destruction. Let's make a change now for the next generation. That's what we need to do, is make a change now for the next generation that's coming up. We can't be reliving the same cycle, beating each other down. People, do you know that black people are the biggest consumers? We are the biggest consumers. We're big on name brand. We're big on parties. We set the trends everywhere in the world. And we're at the bottom of the barrel. When other cultures look at us, they still see us as slaves and a bunch of peasants. Chinese, the Indian, the white, the Jews, everyone look at black people as peasants in the world today. The only way we get out of this divide and conquer mindset is by investing in a strong community like schools. We need to create jobs. We should even have our own bank. The Indian and the Chinese, they have their own bank. Europeans have their own bank. Where's the black man's bank? Instead, we decide to live lavish lifestyles until we go broke. We live these lavish lifestyles until we go broke. Like Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather, the boxer. Can you imagine that? This man had $2 billion. Well, he had more than $2 billion, but $2 billion, he blew that within 2 years. 2 years, he blew that money. All for show, all to pose off on other black people and make him feel like he's on top of the world. And now he's filing bankruptcy because he owes tax looking for him. He owes other boxers money. And now he's in a whirl of money problems. Why? Because he never had no education about money, and plus the effects of what Willie Lynch did back in the 1700s is still affecting us today. It's still affecting us today. So we suffer from oppression, and then we get out of oppression, and then we put ourselves back. This is the life of the black culture.